So down at the Niagara River here, I'm looking at all the ice particles that are starting to form in the stationary area part of the river. It seems like along the sides it just sits and slowly rotates, whereas out there is a stream. And underneath here, when the water level goes down, you can see kind of like a shelf of rock. So this part of the water here kind of sits on the shelf of a rock, and it makes it flow slower. And then out there, of course, it drops down, and you can see the water flowing quickly with the ice. So what these ice particles do is they slowly form, and then I noticed that they kind of connect together. All the little shapes, they create shapes, and then they connect the shapes together so that they fit with each other. It's like puzzle pieces. See how those two pieces came together? And it's like the water molecules, watch how they join together. The water molecules actually create different shapes so that they can fit together. And then at nighttime, when the temperature drops, all these little water particles freeze into ice. Like they start forming ice particles now, and then tonight all this will probably be solid ice right from the edge. See how it starts on the edge? It becomes like a solid sheet of ice, and it just builds up together, and it'll probably go all the way out to there if it gets cold enough. But if it keeps melting, today the temperature's warmer, so I think a lot of the ice is melting a bit. But I was here last week and there wasn't this much ice. There was just a little tiny bit, and it just seems like every week it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and pretty soon it'll be iced right straight across, right? And then you see the ducks are way out in the middle on the stream out there. This duck over here, he's kind of stuck in the ice and he's trying to get around it, and every time he gets a chunk of ice he's got to float around it. He doesn't get up and walk over and go to the other side like some of the other birds do. So I thought that was kind of funny. He's just having fun navigating around it in circles. So just watching their behavior. Well, he's an adult bird though, he's bigger, so that might be why. And if you notice, there's no little tiny ones over here. The little geese are not here at all. The little goslings. I just found out they're actually called goslings, not little baby geese, but I'll still call them baby geese in my titles, because that's what I started them as. So there it is. There's the ice building up down over there. Out in the middle there, you can see there's quite a bit of ice, and again there's another shelf of rock. So this whole Niagara River is covered with different shelves of rock that seem to dive down deeper and then get shallower in certain areas. It's kind of like the Grand Canyon, where it's got lower levels of rock and then higher levels of rock. So that's what it reminds me of. But this is all, I think this is man-made rock here. It just looks like chunks of rock that they've put down here. Somebody's for sale sign over here too.